So today I'll talk about the Intruder and I'll talk about why it feels uncompleted or why it feels weird, like if there's more to the story, and I'll also give my own theory about the story. So let's jump right into it. So a quick summary of the story. I will spoil it, so I'll spoil like the whole thing. So just spoiler warning. And in the Intruder from the Netflix show, we have our main character named Oshkiri, and he's at the library reading a book about the Bermuda Triangle, and just by a chance, a group of friends is talking about the Bermuda Triangle and alternative like dimensions and stuff like that. When one of them remembers the same book Oshkiri is reading and tries to go look for it and sees that Oshkiri is reading it already. So he then calls his friends over and they start talking about the book and say hello to Oshkiri. After saying hello, the group of friends decides to invite Oshkiri to discuss about the Bermuda Triangle and alternative dimensions. So they go to a cafe or something similar to that. I'm not sure what exactly it is, but I know it's like some type of eating place. Then Oshkiri mentions that his house is haunted and hears footsteps, so the group of friends decides to go to his house. Interestingly, Oshkiri likes to enter through the back door of his house, which I found weird. Then, the group of friends enter the house and explore it all around until they hear like footsteps, and they all rush to find where the footsteps are coming from. And then Oshkiri mentions that the footsteps went outside, so one of them looks out a window and sees that a person is digging a grave. This person was Oshkiri or a different version of him. Then the Oshkiri from our episode, or the good one, he screams at the evil Oshkiri, and then the evil Oshkiri just points at him while laughing and just disappears. Then the group of friends they head outside and see that he was burying the body of one of them, and then they figure out there's like another like dead bodies of the rest of them, but the other ones were already decomposing. Well, like that one was still like a fresh kill, which I found weird why those were decomposing and that one was just like a fresh kill. In the end, the group just concludes that Oshkiri was from an alternate like universe and it wasn't that Oshkiri in their universe or dimension, so it's okay. And the episode just ends with a blank stare of Oshkiri sitting on his lonely bed, which was totally creepy. I was like, what the heck? If you were like me and you had no prior knowledge of the episode or you had not read the manga, it left you confused and it felt like the episode was unfinished, and that is because it was unfinished. After doing some research, this was only part of a six-part story, meaning that there were other five parts to the story, and the story that we saw was just like the middle part of all of those stories. In the manga, or like in the actual story, it explains that Oshikiri's house is a trans-dimensional portal, and in the manga, it follows other Oshikiris in their own world. Every Oshikiri looks the same, they live in the same house, and is lonely, and they are short. Short is important because it plays a huge role in the whole story. So basically, the Oshokiri that is burying bodies in the Netflix episode is actually an evil Oshokiri, and that is testing on classmates to create a serum to make himself taller. So all of those dead people, or like the dead people that we see in the episode, they've been tested on to become taller, and they have died. And when these classmates die from the experiment, he just buries them, in different Oshikiri's homes that are not evil. And I believe that the blank stare Oshikiri at the end of the episode is supposed to be the evil Oshikiri in his own dimension. So this is a big spoiler. If you want to read the manga, you don't want to be spoiled, just leave or just skip. In the end, the good Oshikiri ends up killing the evil Oshikiri by injecting his own Tau serum on the evil one. That is really a basic just recap of all the story and the ending. This will help you have an understanding of the story. Like if you were like me, had no prior knowledge of the manga. If you want more information, do like read the story as they will go further in detail. Before hearing that there was like a six-part story to this, and with me just watching the Netflix episode, I had a crazy theory about the meaning of the story. My theory is that Oshikiri has schizophrenia, and I still believe in this theory. To understand schizophrenia is defined as a serious mental condition of a type involving a breakdown in the relation between thought, emotion, and behavior, leading to faulty perception, inappropriate actions and feelings, withdrawal from reality, and personal relationships into fantasy and delusion, and a sense of mental fragmentation. I firmly believe our main character, Oshikiri, suffered from this mental illness. At the start, Oshikiri mentions that he lives alone, and he sure does, as we see in the episode. But the home is not his. The house he calls home is an abandoned mansion. This explains why he only enters through the back door and why the house is so empty. If you pay close attention, there is basically nothing in this house, and there's not even no food. Even in the last scene, we see Oshikiri's room, and it is basically just a bed inside a big room. Also, when the bodies are found, two of them are already decomposing. However, one is still a fresh kill. The weird thing is that throughout the episode, the one that is seen as the fresh kill is always the one interacting with Oshikiri. He's always the one talking, even like handshakes. He's the only one that really has any interaction with Oshikiri. My theory is that Oshikiri had killed the two friends of this person, and he was investigating Oshikiri because he is always the one directly talking to Oshikiri. My theory is that Oshikiri killed the friend of this guy, and then he went to investigate Oshikiri and ended up getting killed himself. Oshikiri then went into a delusion after killing this final victim that it was not him, but an alternative Oshikiri that killed him. Oshikiri withdrew from reality and believed that what he was reading at the beginning of the episode, which was about alternative dimensions, was happening to him. He has a fantasy that another him is doing these killings, and with each killing, he gains an imaginary friend and continues on with his killings. And to me, it just doesn't make sense, like, okay, he's killing people in the actual story just to get taller. Maybe I don't get it because I'm a pretty tall person myself, but to me, it just doesn't make sense. And I feel like this has a better like theory, and that was my initial theory. I hope you guys liked it. Do like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.